ready to unlock some serious creative potential.
I am so ready.
Today we're diving into Make a Seat
Okay.
by Don Allen Stevenson III, a creative technologist who's got some seriously unconventional wisdom
Yeah,
for thriving in a tech-driven world.
absolutely. And we're not just talking surviving, but
Right.
really thriving.
Yeah.
Stevenson's insights are all about leveraging technology to unlock your own creativity and potential.
And what I love about Stevenson is that his whole approach to tech is anything but ordinary.
True.
Probably because he had an anything but ordinary childhood.
Right.
Imagine growing up in Silicon Valley, but instead of playing tag, you're basically fluent in computer code before you even hit kindergarten.
Yeah. That early immersion in the digital world really shaped his entire outlook.
Wow.
It wasn't about mastering some scary technology for him. It was just play.
Yeah. You know, it makes you wonder how different our relationship with technology might be if we all approached it with that same sense of curiosity.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And this idea of playfulness is central to Stevenson's whole philosophy.
It is.
He even tells this great story in the book about, wait for it,
Okay.
crayons.
Oh, the crayon story.
Yeah.
It's a
So
classic.
picture this.
Okay.
Little Stevenson is in kindergarten family portrait day.
Right.
Everyone's grabbing their peach and brown crayons to match their skin tones.
Sure.
But Stevenson's like, hold on.
Yeah.
None of these actually match.
Interesting.
And instead of just going with the closest shade,
Yeah.
he grabs both pink and brown and starts coloring with both hands simultaneously.
Wow.
Creates his own solution.
Look at him.
This story isn't just cute.
It highlights a key principle you see throughout Stevenson's work.
Okay.
When faced with limitations, don't just settle.
Right.
Innovate your own solution.
Yeah.
That's how he approaches technology.
Yeah.
And that's a powerful mindset for anyone
Absolutely.
in any field.
For sure.
And that leads us to his high school years, where he dove headfirst into media and leadership roles, which, looking back, really laid the groundwork for his future successes.
Exactly. It's like all these early experiences, even the ones that seem totally unrelated to his later work,
Right.
were shaping his unconventional approach to creativity and problem solving.
Yeah, it's like all those little things add up.
They do.
It's true.
Yeah, and it's those unconventional strategies, the ones he details in Make a Seat,
Okay.
that we're going to unpack after the break.
I'm excited.
Get ready for possibility perception goggles and the attention attraction apparatus.
And we're back, folks.
Back again.
Before the break, we were tracing the unconventional path of Don Allen Stevenson III.
We were.
And let me tell you, things are about to get even more interesting
Oh, yeah.
as we dive into the heart of his creative strategies.
Really exciting.
Oh.
We're about to explore two of Stevenson's most intriguing concepts: possibility perception goggles and the attention attraction apparatus.
Now, possibility perception goggles. The name alone just screams creativity, right?
Look, it really does.
But what does it actually mean?
Yeah, it's about training yourself to see opportunities where others see roadblocks.
Oh,
Imagine putting on a pair of goggles that help you spot the potential in every situation,
I like it.
even the seemingly impossible ones.
Oh, even the impossible.
Yeah.
So it's about shifting your perspective
Exactly.
and opening yourself up to new ways of thinking.
Precisely. It's
Yeah.
about asking what if instead of no way.
I love that.
And Stevenson embodies this principle perfectly.
Does he ever?
A great example is how he handled the launch of Runway ML,
Oh, yeah. Runway ML.
this AI video software that had everyone in the tech world buzzing.
Right. Everyone was dying to get their hands on it.
Exactly, but instead of joining the chorus begging for beta access,
Okay.
Stevenson saw a different path.
Interesting. What did he do?
He sought out free AI video software,
Wow.
taught himself how to use it, and then released a tutorial that completely blew up online.
What?
Yeah.
Talk about turning a challenge into an opportunity.
Absolutely. And his proactive approach caught the attention of Runway ML. Within a matter of days, they invited him to use their platform, and Stevenson ended up creating groundbreaking videos,
Wow.
even landing a TED Talk.
No way.
Yeah,
See, that's the power of possibility perception goggles in action.
it is.
It's about being resourceful, taking initiative, and creating your own opportunities instead of waiting for them to fall in your lap.
Exactly. And you know what that leads us to?
What's that?
Stevenson's other brilliant concept, the attention attraction apparatus.
Okay, now this one sounds intriguing.
It is.
Should we be dusting off our top hats and practicing our magic tricks?
You know, it's not about gimmicks.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
about being memorable.
Okay.
Standing out in a world overflowing with information and distractions.
Right.
Stevenson argues that in today's landscape, being interesting can be just as valuable as being talented.
So true. So how do we build our own attention attraction apparatus
Wow.
without, resorting to skydiving into a business meeting?
It's about understanding your strengths, your passions, and finding creative ways to showcase them.
Okay.
Stevenson talks about using unexpected props, for example.
Okay.
He'd often work on 3D modeling projects on his iPad during flights, which inevitably sparked conversations and led to new connections.
So it's about creating those water cooler moments organically.
Exactly, and it plays into another aspect of the attention attraction apparatus.
And what's that?
Unpredictability.
Unpredictability. Now that sounds intriguing and maybe a little dangerous.
Yeah, well, think of it like this.
Okay.
Stevenson was a master at keeping people guessing.
Okay.
He might pop up for an impromptu live stream or share a behind-the-scenes look at a project that no one saw coming.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So it's about being engaging and keeping your audience on their toes?
Yes, and while Stevenson might have worn a horsehead mask to the Cannes Film Festival to stand out,
Okay.
the key takeaway is to find what feels authentically you and amplify that.
Right. So find your own horsehead mask.
Exactly.
That makes sense. But for someone who's not a tech wizard with a flair for the dramatic, how do you find that sweet spot between being authentic and being unforgettable?
That's a great question.
We'll unpack that right after the break.
Here
Don't go anywhere. And we're back.
We are.
We've been on quite a journey with Don Allen Stevenson III,
We have.
exploring his unconventional wisdom for creativity and success in the digital age.
Yeah, from possibility perception goggles to the attention attraction apparatus, Stevenson certainly encourages us to embrace a whole new approach to life and work.
He does.
But with so many fascinating anecdotes and ideas, it's important to distill the key takeaways.
Yeah.
The practical advice that we can all apply to our own lives.
Absolutely. That's exactly where I wanted to go next.
Okay.
So if we boil down all of Stevenson's brilliance, what are the core messages that our listeners should take away from Make a Seat?
Well, throughout the book, 3 major themes consistently emerge.
Okay.
First and foremost, Stevenson emphasizes the importance of embracing your inner child's playfulness.
Oh, I love that we talked about the crayon story earlier, but how does that playfulness translate to a professional setting?
Yeah, it's about approaching challenges with curiosity.
Okay.
Not being afraid to experiment and finding joy in the process. It not only sparks creativity, but also makes you a more approachable and engaging collaborator.
Makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
What's the second big takeaway?
Don't be afraid to break the mold.
Okay.
In a world where it's easy to get lost in the crowd, particularly in fast-paced fields like tech,
Right.
finding ways to stand out becomes essential.
Okay.
Stevenson encourages us to identify what makes us unique,
Okay.
whether it's our skill set, our perspective, or even our sense of humor, and then amplify it.
So it's not about conforming, but about celebrating what makes you you.
Exactly. And that leads us to the third key takeaway, which ties everything together.
Okay.
Technology should be a tool that amplifies your unique strengths and passions, not something that replaces them.
It's a good reminder that even in our increasingly digital world, it's our humanity, our creativity, and our ability to connect with others on a human level that truly makes us irreplaceable.
Precisely, Stevenson reminds us that AI algorithms, all of these advancements, are ultimately tools.
Yeah.
It's up to us to use them in ways that enhance our work, not overshadow it.
Right. It all circles back, and that's what Don Allen Stevenson III was all about, sparking those aha moments and reminding us that in a world increasingly driven by technology, it's our humanity that makes us truly remarkable.
He was an inspiration for sure.
He was.
Yeah.
And on that note, we'll wrap up this deep dive into Make a Seat.
I've loved it.
Hopefully you feel inspired to put on your own possibility perception goggles and see the world with a renewed sense of wonder and creative possibility.
I know I do.